You know what? Because why wouldn't she?
Vice President Kamala Harris visited Guatemala today in an overdue attempt to address America's immigration crisis. She still hasn't visited the border, though, but don't expect the press to give her a hard time about it. Why? Because she's paying them off with Kamala cookies. The vice president slipping members of the media flying on Air Force Two. Some of those, it looks like a sweet treat. It's hard to say. This is a frosted cookie of herself. However, there is clearly no face. I don't understand that. It's just the latest example of the Biden administration's cozy relationship with the press. I give you a cookie, you sugarcoat how I'm doing.
So let me get this straight. Kamala Harris is on Air Force One handing out cookies made in her likeness. Kamala cookies. I swear you can't make this stuff up, folks. How arrogant do you have to be to hand out cookies of yourself? I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Handing out cookies with no face. You wanna know why she ain't got no face on them cookies? Cause she ain't got no soul. She ain't got no personality. The only personality she got is the personality whoever got their hands shoved up ass when they working her like a puppet. Kamala cookie. And what you doing in Guatemala? That ain't the Mexican-American border. I got an idea. Instead of traveling to Guatemala, why don't you go hand out some of them Kamala cookies to them kids you got locked up in them detention center cages? Got them kids stuffed in little Ziploc bags like cocaine. Kamala cookies. I swear, I hope either like your granddaughter or your niece or some company decided to send them to you and you decided to share them out or something like that. Because if you had these made, they gonna drag your ass. Kamala cookies. And ain't there some kind of like quid pro quo conflict of interest handing out gifts to like the press corps? I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just saying. Let old Donnie T had did some shit like this. They be wanting to see the invoice and the receipt, how much these cookies cost, are these ingredients American-made ingredients? You know how they would have been. Kamala cookies. Man, if you don't get out of my face with this. Man, if she ain't the gift that just keeps on giving.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Y'all see that dumbass look on her face when he caught her in her lie?
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
He was teasing me. You want to know what the point is, Kamala? You're the vice president of the United States. You're in charge of the American-Mexican border. And there's a bunch of people crammed in these detention centers like sardines that you were supposed to deal with a long time ago. You don't understand what his point is. You knew what his point is. Your ass just got caught off guard. That's what happened. And apparently your brain ain't fast enough to come up with a quick retort. These the people y'all voted for. When old Donnie T left office, it was like 500 kids left in those centers. And that was because the people they came with wasn't their fathers or their mothers. Now under old Joe Nicholslick's administration, along with old Kamala, it's 4,700 kids locked up in these detention centers. Make that make sense. Then she down in Guatemala telling people don't come up here. But at the same time, they getting rid of the Remain in Mexico order. I swear you can't make this stuff up, folks. I swear, I really hope y'all really paying attention now. And as for Kamala, as we say in Baltimore, if you knew better, you do better, short. But Hotep's been told you. boy, the hits keep coming, don't they? So the powers that be done sent Kamala Harris ass down to Guatemala to tell them people, don't bring your ass to America. And if you come to America illegally, they sending your ass back.
To be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border, do not come. Do not come. The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. There are legal methods by which migration can and should occur.
Boy, you gotta love all this hypocrisy. This is the biggest heel turn I've ever seen. Oh, y'all don't know what I'm talking about? I know y'all remember this.
My message to them is do not live in fear. You are not alone, and America's values are such that we do not condone, as an American value, putting children in cages. America's values are not that we separate families and take children from their parents.
Those thousands in detention facilities along the border, if they're still there, you take office. What happens to them?
Well, first of all, it's about understanding why they are there. And the majority of them are there because they have fled murder capitals of the world. And I think it's very important that when we think about this issue, we understand it in the context of real people and what they are experiencing.
So how do you treat them once they're here?
What you do is you give them the benefit of a process that we put in place a very long time ago, anticipating that there will be people around the globe who will flee harm, who will flee danger and arrive at our shores. And we put in place a process because we said, as Americans, we have strong arms that will embrace those who are being hurt.
So how you go from America got the strongest arms and we're willing to take all these people in and we're going to have a process in place for you to...
Do not come. Do not come.
Oh, man. How you go from kids don't deserve to be put in cages and separated from their families to putting kids in cages and separating them from their families? But like I said before, y'all voted for these niggas. But Hotep's been told you.
Do not come. Do not come.
Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me, and I really appreciate it. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, guys. Let people know we live. You're catching the replay. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. The question of the night is, do you think that the Harris Walls campaign is in the tank? Do you think they put the brakes on it? Do you think they crashed in a fiery fucking fireball? I want to know what you think. Leave it in the chat. The chat is always fun. Or leave it in the comments for the replay, guys. Anyway, like I said, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content. Just let me know, guys. Hold up. Something just hit me just now. We'll get to it in a minute. Sometimes I have these streams of consciousness where it just hits me. Anyway. What's going on? Jonah said you don't appreciate all of it. As long as it's constructive, Jonah. Oh man. Anyway, you want to donate to the channel, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, always welcome. Anyway, let's get to it. Torian said, I'm over this election and this entire, they can all go home. Oh man. I'm right there with you though. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and then I'm just inundated with everything. You know what I mean? It's just a lot. It's a lot of tit for tat, man. So it's a lot. Boy, oh boy. Anyway. So, honestly, I think Kamala Harris' campaign is in its death throes. That shit is in the tank. I think they realized that she just was not it. I think they always knew she wasn't it, but they was going to see what they could do. I think they were willing to throw the election if they had to, but they wanted to see if they could push her through. And I think they saw that they made a poor fucking choice in choosing her as their candidate. Not only that, they made an even worse choice in choosing Walz as her vice president, her running mate. That shit is crazy to me. Like, you got a dude that lied about being in Tiananmen Square. He lied about fighting overseas in Afghanistan. Like, this shit is wild to me. Then you got your primary candidate, right? What's up, Reba? Your primary candidate who just talks in a circle. It's just nothing but filibustering. It's talking out of the side of her neck with no plan. With no plan. Not only does she not have a plan, she co-opted Donnie T's 2016 campaign pretty much. She pretty much took his whole policy, his whole stance from 2016, and that's what she's running on now. We've had this conversation earlier, you know what I mean? Jonas said, how's the campaign in the tank when they had Marshall Mathers sucking Barry Soetoro's toes? Like you looking up Diddy baby oil. Good Lord, Jonah. My man Jonah coming in live from Canada. Or Langley, we don't know. We don't know where Jonah's called. He's either in Langley or he's in Canada. I don't know. Shout out to Jonah. Jonah is probably the most well-researched Hotep we know. Period, full stop. You want to know what's going on, Jonah got you. He got all the receipts. Oh, man. Anyway. But I think it's in the tank to the point where they had to kind of sit her down into this town hall. And I haven't even seen the town hall. And we'll look at some of it, but I haven't even seen the town hall. And I heard it was fucking just trash. I came in on the back end of Kid Gravity's stream earlier, and he was saying that this shit was just, it was ass. I mean, but what did we expect? What did we expect? You know, even for it to probably be a milk toast because CNN was doing it, I really honestly don't think that Anderson Cooper would have held her feet to the fucking fire. But I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's the last we're going to hear from Kamala Harris before the election. There's no way in hell they're going to let her run on Rogan. Right? We got Donnie T going on Rogan on Friday. I think that's going to be epic. I think that's going to do a lot of good for Donnie T. If he just goes up there and just be himself, just like he was on Flagrant's podcast or Flagrant show, which was a great show with Donnie T on there with Flagrant with Schultz and Akash. You know what I mean? If he goes in there like that, then he can't lose. You know what I mean? What do you say, Jonah? They don't take white trash rednecks like me and Langley. Those bitch asses are all upper class. Hey yo, Jonah, what you got on this? What's that? This directive 50? Was it 5420 or 5442? I feel like you told me about it a while back. What you got on that? I need to know what you got on that. Where it's like I wanted to get to that a little later, but where they're talking about like they gave the military like prime directive to fucking fire on civilians if they need to or some shit like that. Am I like off the mark with that shit? Anyway, we'll get to it. But yeah, so let's check this shit out. So there's a couple of little clips here and there. I thought that I could use my YouTube TV to go back and let us rewatch the town hall, but they fucking spoon feeding it to people. It'll come back on, I think it said at midnight or something like that. But I'm like, man, fuck it. We're just gonna look at a couple of things just to see how, get a feeling what the fuck she was talking about. Let's see what we got going on here.
I want you to meet Jackson Weiss. He's a student at Drexel University from Flourtown, Pennsylvania. Registered Republican. Says he's leaning toward voting for you, but has yet to make up a final decision. Jackson.
Thank you, Anderson.
Hey, Jackson.
Thank you for taking the time to be here, too, Vice President Harris.
Thank you.
Regarding the rapid increase in the migrant population, how will you ensure that every immigrant is integrated into American society safely? What benefits and subsidies will you provide them with? And how long will these benefits and subsidies last for an individual? Most importantly, will the American citizens' taxes pay for these benefits and subsidies? And if so, how much money will be allocated?
Well, thank you, Jackson. Let's start with this. America's immigration system is broken and it needs to be fixed. And it's been broken for a long time. And part of what we need to do is always prioritize what we need to do to strengthen our border. I will tell you, I'm the only person in this race among the two choices that voters have. I've personally prosecuted transnational criminal organizations in the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I have spent.
So off the rip, we getting her filibuster. What'd you say? I forgot to mention it, but the intro you played had me cracking up when she couldn't answer the question about going to the board. Yeah, that shit is wild. Lester Holt got her a dumbass. Like I was saying though, like here we go with her filibustering. She's going back to the script. They're going to let her talk in a circle. She's not going to answer the question. This is just me speculating before we finish the rest of this shit. She's not going to answer the question. She's going to filibuster, talk about what she did and some record that she don't have. And there'll be no pushback.
Significant part of my career, making sure that our border is secure and that we do not allow criminals in and we don't allow that kind of trafficking to happen and come into our country. And as my opponent has proven himself, he would prefer to run on the problem instead of fix the problem. You may know there were some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress working with others that came up with a border security bill that would have put 1,500 more border agents at the border. Those border agents are overwhelmed. They need the support. They need the backup. It would have allowed us to have more resources to stem the flow of fentanyl. I don't need to tell this state and people around the country what is happening in terms of the scourge of fentanyl and how it is literally killing Americans. It would have put resources into stemming the flow. It would have given more resources to prosecute, to investigate and prosecute transnational criminal organizations. It would have done a lot of good. Donald Trump got wind of the bill and told them, don't put it forward. He killed the bill because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem.
Anybody notice she can't finish words? Like she's talking so fast and so nervously that she can't even finish words. It's almost like she don't even believe the shit that's coming out of her mouth. You ever talk to somebody that you know they lying because they talking so fast and they can't even finish the first thought before they go into the second thought? See, the funny part is, right, under Donnie T, right, illegal crossings was at an all-time low. An all-time low. He had the remain in Mexico order that was working. Because they wasn't giving full funding to the border wall, you know what happened? Landowners were gifting land to nonprofits so the wall could get built because they was tired of getting in fucking gunfights with cartel members. You know what happened with the Senate and the House with the Democrats? They tried to shut that shit down. called the wall barbaric. So what'd he do? With the little bit of money they gave him, he filled in parts of the wall that he could fill in, and other parts of the wall that could work. He kind of fortified them a little bit. Ended up making 500 miles of functional wall. Again, all-time low border crossings. Nickel Slick and fucking the Tramp get in office. What's the first thing they do? Stop construction on the wall. Stop construction on the wall. Leaving huge gaps open that was being worked on. And where are those migrants coming through? Those very gaps that they left open. Let's not forget, Joe Nicholslick said that he was going to let 11 million undocumented citizens into America. He said it. I played it on the show. I don't know how many times I played it on the show. And what happened? About 10 million came through the border in their fucking term. Y'all heard Lester Holt in the video we played in the beginning? She never went to the wall. She was supposed to be in charge of that shit. MIA. Until when? What, 8 months ago? 9 months ago? She fucking resurfaces and now they want to get tough on the border? And let's talk about the bill that she's talking about, this comprehensive bill. That, mind you, 6 Democrats was even against that shit. And you know why they was against it? It was because they thought that, illegal immigration is supposed to be legal and all this other bullshit. It's because it was $60 billion in that bill for Ukraine. What? $60 billion was hidden in the bill for Ukraine. So they didn't pass that shit. They didn't pass the bill. Who would? Not to mention, it would have allowed for like 180,000 undocumented citizens to come through the fucking border. Like to slip through the cracks. What the fuck kind of comprehensive bill is that? That bill was bullshit. They made the bill so they could launder money to Ukraine. But she keep pushing this lie about this comprehensive bill that Trump stopped when Trump wasn't even in fucking office. He called and told them don't vote for it. No, they didn't vote for it because you keep trying to launder money to Ukraine through these fucking bullshit bills. You keep trying to launder money to Israel through these bullshit bills. $60 billion? Meanwhile, people in North Carolina, people in Tennessee can't be made whole. I guess if it was fucking Ukraine, Tennessee, or Ukraine, North Carolina, they get some money. You know how much how far $60 billion would go toward the fucking disaster relief efforts in those areas? Nah, they get $750 that they got to pay back. People getting their FEMA applications revoked. But Zelensky over that bitch living high off the hog off the American dollar. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a fucking beach house here in Florida. That's the funny part. I want to see if when she finished this fucking soliloquy that she's doing, if Anderson Cooper pushed back at all on any of the fucking things I just said. But we know he fucking CIA. He Operation Mockingbird himself.
We have to have a secure border, and we have to have a comprehensive pathway for citizenship.
Let me,
and that includes requiring people
hardworking people to earn citizenship and do it in a comprehensive, humane, and orderly manner.
Let me ask you about that. I mean, you talk about the bill that Donald Trump quashed. That was in 2024. You talk about the bill he tried to get passed in 2021. That wasn't able to get passed. 2022, 2023, there were record border crossings. Your administration took hundreds of executive actions. It didn't stem the flow. Numbers kept going up. Finally, in 2024, just in June, 3 weeks before the first presidential debate with Joe Biden, you institute executive actions that had a dramatic impact, really shut down people crossing over. Why didn't your administration do that in 2022, 2023?
First of all, you're exactly.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. What? Did Anderson Cooper actually ask her a real question? Did he just ask her a real question or some real pushback? Oh, shit.
Exactly right, Anderson. And as of today, we have cut the flow of immigration by over half. In fact, the numbers I saw most recently, illegal immigration
But if
is
it was
low.
that easy with that executive action, why not do it in 2022, 2023?
What?
Because we were working with Congress and hoping that actually we could have a long-term fix to the problem instead of a short-term fix.
You couldn't have done one and both at the same time?
Well, here's the thing.
God
We
damn, what?
have to understand that ultimately this problem is
Is this the Mandela effect? Am I like living in Bizarro world right now? Huh?
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Is Anderson Cooper actually really giving real pushback? Wow.
is going to be fixed through congressional action. Congress has the authority and the purse. I hate to use DC terms, but literally they write the checks. Part of the issue is in order to really fix the problem at the border. I was just at the border recently talking with border agents. You know what they talk about? Yes, they are overwhelmed. They're working around the clock. And the other thing that they talk to me about, we need more judges down there to deal with asylum claims. We need more personnel down there to deal with processing. But Anderson, and that's where Congress kicks in terms of dedicating the resources to actually fixing the problem. We have dealt with it such that, to your point, we now, as of today, as of our visit, have lower undocumented immigrants and illegal immigration than Trump when he left office.
That's true.
But we need a permanent solution, and that requires bipartisan work.
Do you wish you'd done those executive orders in 2022, 2023?
I think we did the right thing, but the best thing that can happen for the American people is that we have bipartisan work happening, and I pledge to you.
You know what's funny? Is that Donald Trump, he said the same shit. He said, yo, Congress needs to make a fucking plan. Congress needs to make a plan. Congress needs to act, right? But unlike Kamala Harris and Joe Nicholslick, Donnie T took executive action until that happened. You can't be fucking reactive. You got to be proactive. And he was proactive about it. Yo, that's a fact. She tap dancing up there, but she looked weathered. Golly mighty. They say black don't crack, and that's how you know she ain't black right there. She got the neck of a 70-year-old. But I digress. I'm not going to attack her looks. She's still a moderately attractive woman. Look like she's going into her late 60s. Anyway.
That I will work across the aisle to fix this long-standing problem. I think the American people are demanding it on both sides of the aisle, and it's time we actually put the partisan approach to this aside. We know what can work.
Well, let's talk about this.
So my question is this: if you was in charge of this border and you feel as strongly and convicted about what you're saying right now, Miss Harris, that's what I'll be asking her. Why weren't you just vocal about it during 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023? Why weren't you just vocal about it? You're the vice president of the United States for 2 years, okay? Guys, 2 years? 2 years? I think it was 2 years. You had the tie-breaking vote in the House and the Senate, and you couldn't get nothing done? Or is it because you didn't want to get anything done? And now because it's politically expedient for you, now you want to look like you're tough on the border. Meanwhile, you didn't let enough people in here who you gave access to voting through motor voter that they outnumber us. She like 59, I think. She just turned 60. Yeah, she was just yelling down with deportation. ICE was the equivalent of the KKK in her opinion. That's what she said. Her and Nicholas Slick had Border Patrol and the Texas National Guard standing off against each other like not even a year ago. Like, you can't make this shit up. Now all of a sudden they see the shit ain't polling correctly. Now they still in Donald Trump's policies. Running on his policies now like them shits wasn't a thing. Prescription drugs. That was his thing in 2020. He signed an executive order. They reversed the shit and then UNO reversed the shit so they could get credit for it. And the thing that's bugging me right now is whose fucking suit she got on. She looked weird as shit in this suit. Oh, Lord.
Compromise bill. You said you want to pass if you're elected. You said that's going to be
she got on her husband's fucking sport jacket.
Priority. It includes $650 million in funding for the border wall. That's something Republicans wanted. That was part of the compromise. Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity project.
What?
Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw is about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to further.
That shit was embarrassing just now for her. That was very embarrassing. I hope her shoulder is okay from all of that fucking reaching she just did. Hope she didn't dislocate it. That's that nervous cackle. That's exactly what it is. That awkward nervous cackle. And then she tried to make a false equivalency. Anderson Cooper literally just said that you was fully against the wall and funding the wall. Now you want to fund the wall with $650 million earmark. You never answered the question, bitch. You never answered the question. This is wild to me. I feel like I'm in Bizarro world. Yeah, they're in front of an audience, but I feel like I'm living because I would have never in a million years. I thought they were gonna give her a fucking underhanded pitch, fucking wiffle ball of an interview, so she could at least knock that shit out of the park. I told you she's in her death throes, and she couldn't even handle this CNN town hall from what it seems like right now.
Strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question, part of it was to acknowledge that America has always had migration, but there needs to be a legal process for it. People have to earn it.
Who does that sound like? Who does that? I'm gonna bring that back just a little bit. Who does that sound like?
People have to earn it, and that's the point. Be a legal process for it. People have to earn it.
I thought that was fucking bigoted. I thought that was racist to say. I thought that was anti-American to say, or anti-immigration to say. That's what they told Donald Trump. That's what they told Donald Trump. You right, Noel. Gay men don't like women. That's what I was always told. I was told that by a gay woman that gay men don't like women. Oh my gosh. Like, this is crazy. Donald Trump been saying there's got to be a legal way, but they said it was racist. They said this shit was bigoted and xenophobic or whatever the fuck they was calling it. He's anti-immigration when he said the shit. Now she's saying the same fucking shit that Donald Trump was saying. You see what I'm saying here? She's running on the same policies. The shit that they told us was racist for 4 fucking years while Donald Trump was in office, they are now running on that same premise. And trying to blame Donald Trump for their fucking mishandlings. It's his fault that they fucked up for 4 years with the border. He wasn't even the president. And under him, it was the lowest. Border crossings was the lowest ever. And as far as the wall is concerned, because they wouldn't give him, it's racist to say they called it racist. And the fact that they wouldn't give him the money, he had to go another route. And he still made 500 miles of functional border wall. That's using what you got, making it enough, and having results. Apparently, you can go to the border right now, some of these open areas, right? You can go to the border right now, some of these open areas, you can see parts of the wall laying on the ground that they didn't fucking stand up. Because as soon as Nickel Slick and Kamala got in office, they cut that shit the fuck short. Did a video on it. They cut that shit the fuck short. Now, because again, it's politically expedient, they're going to try to pick that shit up and take credit for it. This is what we're hearing. If you listen to her, right, and what she's saying, if she's saying anything half the time, it's the same shit that Obama said in 2008, because Obama was for the fucking wall. Joe Nicholson was for the wall in 2008. It's the same shit Trump said. This is how I don't understand why you got these people. I don't know. That's why I don't understand how people sit here and they listen to her and they want to support this woman. How? How? She's supposed to be a prosecutor. Past the bar, she's supposed to be a master at arguing, and she can't handle a fucking town hall. And this who you want to put in front of national and world leaders to represent America? What? She's standing in front of a gay CIA agent and she can't keep her shit together.
And that's the point that I think is the most important point that can be made, which is we need a president who is grounded in common sense and practical outcomes. Like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it. Why is there any ideological perspective on this? Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything. I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
Hey, yo. Oh, my goodness gracious, yo. I need to. I'm going to sit up and watch this shit. We might revisit this shit tomorrow, yo. There's another one that I wanted to see. Let's go back. Let's see what this one is. This one was Anderson Cooper presses Harris on border wall funding. We just watched that, right? Harris believes Trump's a fascist. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see what she says. You think she's going to say she's going to call him Hitler? Y'all think she's going to use he's literally Hitler in this? Let's check it out.
I want to start by asking you, though, for weeks you have been calling Donald Trump unstable, unhinged. You've called him dangerous. You've quoted General Milley recently, who called him a fascist. Today, you quoted General Kelly, who said that Trump repeatedly praised Hitler.
Yeah.
But there are tens of millions of Americans right now who have heard all those things, and they don't buy it, or even if they do, they're still going to vote for Donald Trump. He's arguably more popular now than ever. You have 13 days to go. What do you say to those voters to convince them? Because some of them are in this room.
Sure, and I thank you all for taking the time to be here. And you could be doing a number of other things with your time. So this really is proof that we love our country. People are engaged, Anderson, and really want to talk about the issues. And so the issue that you raise, yes, I do believe that Donald Trump is unstable, increasingly unstable, and unfit to serve. And I don't necessarily think that everyone has heard what you and I have heard repeatedly, which is the people who know Donald Trump best, the people who worked with him in the White House, in the Situation Room, in the Oval Office, all Republicans, by the way, who served in his administration, his former chief of staff, his national security advisor, former secretaries of defense, and his vice president have all called him unfit and dangerous. They have said explicitly he has contempt for the Constitution of the United States. They have said he should never again serve as president of the United States. We know that is why Mike Pence is not running with him again, why the job was empty.
And no, Mike Pence not running with him because Mike Pence is a whore. Mike Pence is a whore. That's why he ain't running with him. Like Trump would really pick him as his running mate again. Mike Pence did a complete heel turn. Mike Pence was in on what happened that day in January. Come on, let's be real. He was in on it. He knew just as well as everybody else what happened that day. But this is the rhetoric they want to use. This shit is, they talk about rhetoric being dangerous. The shit that they're spewing, the shit that she's saying right now, that shit is dangerous. He's increasingly unstable, is what she just said. But somehow Joe Biden is still allegedly the president of the United States. Y'all said he wasn't fit to even run. He didn't have the mental capacity to be the candidate for the 2024 election. So how has the 25th Amendment not been enacted? You talk about increasingly unstable. He just called for Donald Trump to be locked up to prevent him from winning the presidency. He just did that. Jamerson said Pence had to secure that bag. Increasingly unstable. She's unstable. She can't defend not one position that she allegedly holds. I would argue that she has no position that she's holding in the first place. Them fucking earrings, whoever talking through them fucking earrings is the one that holds all the power.
And then today we learned that John Kelly, a 4-star Marine general, who was his longest serving chief of staff, gave an interview recently in the last 2 weeks of this election, talking about how dangerous Donald Trump is. And I think one has to think about, why would someone who served with him, who is not political, a 4-star Marine general, why is he telling the American people now? And frankly, I think of it as he's just putting out a 911 call to the American people.
He got a bag. He got a bag. Just like everybody else, not to mention a lot of the people that was in Trump's cabinet was infiltrating his cabinet. They were plants. What was the name of that? That situation, Jonah? What was the name of that company? That Exec West Wing, what the fuck was it called? 25th Exec, what was it called, yo? What that shit was it called? What was it called? West Exec? The motherfuckers who really picked the cabinet, they were putting infiltrators into Trump's cabinet. People that would turn on when they need to. Not only that, they picked Joe Nicholslick's cabinet. And I wonder under whose direction. Could it be Barrio? West Exec Advisor. Thanks, Jonah. West Exec Advisor. You don't know what that fucking thing is? Look that shit up. Shout out to Jonah for that info. Bruh. The fact of the matter is that Donnie T he's lawless. He owes nobody and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's ungovernable, and the powers that be, they, them, the collective, can't have that shit. They have to have him under their thumb, under their boot. We see what happened when you don't fucking bow down and do what they tell you to do. You ain't even gotta look at Trump. Look at Eric Adams right now. Eric Adams is he's fighting for his freedom right now because he decided to buck his handlers and say something about the issues going on in New York when it comes to immigration. The minute he did that, now he on trial for some bullshit. I'm not an Eric Adams fan. I'm smart enough to see the shit. Damn. He was good until he started talking about, hey, we need to do something about these fucking undocumented citizens that keep coming up in this bitch. We can't afford it. Where you at, federal government? And they said, oh, nigga, you want to get out of line? You want to get uppity, nigga? Criminal charges. You see what Eric Adams, now he finding out firsthand. They weaponized the government against him because he wouldn't toe the line. He had way too many of them, but they was all put there about West Exec Advisors. He finding that shit out. You know who else found that shit out? Andrew Cuomo found that shit out. He started talking. He started speaking out a little bit about the Cove base. They got him the fuck out of there. Same thing with his brother. Both of them. But they want you to think that Trump gonna be a tyrant. He's gonna be a dictator. They're doing all the dictator and tyrant shit. You say something against them, you speak out against them. What Schumer say? They got 6 ways from Sunday of getting back at you. We see it. I ain't see Trump go after one. I ain't see him go after one politician. I ain't see him go after one senator. I ain't see him go after one congressman. I ain't see him go after nobody the way they going after him. I ain't see Trump use the IRS to go after nobody. I ain't see none of that shit. He should have. He fucking should have. Jonas said Eric Adams was supposed to be in jail, but he was dumb enough to think he was allowed to act without our permission. Bruh. Those snakes trying to keep their tongues intact. This is what they do, right? They'll do all of this shit. Everything that they blaming Trump for or they blaming the right for, they're doing that shit. It's like a fucking Jedi mind trick.
Understand what could happen if Donald Trump were back in the White House. And this time, we must take very seriously those folks who knew him best and who were career people are not going to be there to hold him back. At least before, there were folks who we know what he would say, but they would restrain him. Imagine now Donald Trump in the Oval Office, in the Situation Room, He who has openly admired dictators, said he would be a dictator on day one. The former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff has said he is a fascist to the core. So I think that when
the fascist is talking about Trump being a fascist. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I wonder who the fascist was for 4 fucking years. For 2 of those years, you forced people to stay in the house because you guys lobbed a fucking, like I said, what I say, he pulled the pin on the fucking grenade and threw that fucking biological weapon into fucking society. Not only you did that, you made people stay home for 2 fucking years so y'all could fucking subvert a fucking election. After that, before people could go back to work, you forced them to take the fucking shot. You forced them to take the round trip. And the layover if possible. If they didn't, they fucking was fired. I know people that lost their jobs because they wouldn't take the YAMI. That was under them. And these same stupid motherfuckers is going to go vote for them. I know some people who cried because I don't want to take it, but if I don't, I'm going to lose my job. That's about to vote for her. How dumb do you got to be? What up, Brackish? It's time to, here we go, the Elders of Zion. Because in their heads, Trump never left the White House. Bruh. And she's sitting here with a straight face lying to your face. With a straight fucking face. Knowing goddamn well she don't believe what the fuck she's saying.
American people reflect, especially those who are undecided, on who you should listen to. Don't take my word for it. In fact, go online and listen to John Kelly, his voice, talking about what he thinks of Donald Trump 2 weeks before the election, because I think we all know, to your point, Anderson, it is close, but there are undecided voters who clearly, by being here, have an open mind, want to talk in a way that is grounded in issues and fact. And when they hear these facts, I think it compels a lot of people to be concerned about the future of our country with Donald Trump at the lead.
You've quoted General Milley calling Donald Trump a fascist. You yourself have not used that word to describe him. Let me ask you tonight, do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I also believe that the people who know him best on this subject should be trusted. Again, look at their careers. These are not people, with the exception, I think, of only Mike Pence. These were not politicians. These are career people who have served in the highest roles in national security, who have served as generals in our military, who are highly respected. Talking about the person who would be commander-in-chief, not to mention what we know and what they've told us about how he talks about the military, servicemen and women, referring to them as suckers and losers.
It's funny that they still go with that lie. It's funny that they still go with that suckers and losers lie. What up, Emmanuel? It's funny to me that they go with those suckers and losers lies still. Still. Funny part is that he was the only person that showed up to that cemetery that day. That's the funny part. They want to keep going with that shit, but none of them showed up to the cemetery that day other than Donnie T. He never referred to them as suckers and losers. This shit is wild, yo. And again, straight-faced, playing in your face. He gave the military the most funding. Facts. He's never said that. But they run with it. Just like they say, oh, Project 2025, even though that shit's been debunked. Not only has it been debunked by fucking news outlets, it's been debunked by the motherfucker that runs the think tank. I played that on the show. But like I said earlier, it's even funnier that they keep talking about Project 2025, but they never attack him on Agenda 47, the one he actually says that he supports, the one that actually is on his website, the one that he said that he's running on, Agenda 47. Why don't y'all go read that and then attack him on that one, the one that he says he fucking endorses? Why not? It's because y'all don't want to draw light to Agenda 47. Is that what it is? You don't want people to look into Agenda 47. You don't want your constituencies and your base to know what Agenda 47 says? Is that what it is? So you'll keep running with the fucking agenda, the Project 2025 bullshit. You can't make this shit up, yo.
He demeans people who have taken an oath to sacrifice their life for our country. And I do believe, Anderson, that part of this is why, even just this week, I traveled this state and others with Liz Cheney, former Congress.
What? Oh my goodness gracious. Did she just invoke Liz Cheney? Are we serious right now? What? I don't think that name drop helps.
Member who was a very high-ranking Republican, she has endorsed me. Her father, the former Vice President of the United States, Dick Cheney, is voting for me. Over 400 previous members of the administration, from Ronald Reagan to both Presidents Bush to Donald Trump even, have endorsed my candidacy. And the reason why, among them, is a legitimate fear based on Donald Trump's words and actions.
So Dick Cheney and Bush Jr. are afraid that Donald Trump is worse than them. Is that what I'm hearing?
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Dick Cheney, Dick shoot you in the face, Cheney. And Tapioca for Brains, George W. are afraid Donnie T is worse than them. And she think this shit is a flex to name drop these people. Are we fucking serious right now? Definitely that's what he was. Just like Joe Biden was a racist when she was running against him. She did say that, didn't she? She did just fucking say Donald Trump and George Candace, or bruh. Let's keep on.
That he will not obey an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. He himself has.
First off, where's this talking point coming from? He will not defend the Constitution. He will not defend the Constitution. Coming from the people who want to take away your First Amendment right, who want to take away your Fourth Amendment right, who want to take away your Second Amendment right. He doesn't want to defend the Constitution. She wants to limit your speech and say that hate speech is not free speech. And there should be hate speech laws. And I would argue to say that free speech is hate speech. Hate speech is free speech. Free speech, the First Amendment protects unpopular speech. If we all agree with what each other said, then there would be no need for the First Amendment. But because we all don't agree with what each other says, and so I could say, I don't know, something that Emmanuel agrees with, but then Montoya disagrees with, should I be locked up for that shit? Should I be charged for that? Should I have to go to court for that? Free speech protects unpopular speech. But she want to take that from you. She want to take your Second Amendment from you. She want to relegate you to 6 shooters and muzzle loaders. Miss, I own a Glock. Get the fuck out of here. No, you don't. They want to expand the surveillance state. They want to expand on the surveillance state. Thanks, Jonah. Exactly. Biden literally said that no amendment is absolute. Wait, what? Again, the shit that they're doing, they'll blame other motherfuckers for doing, or that they're doing it when it's really them.
Has said he would terminate the Constitution of the United States and wants to earn your vote.
He never said that. He never said that. That is a blatant, outright lie. Exactly. What's your carry piece? Oh, I got a Glock 43X. I got a Glock 19 MOS with a Vortex optic and I'm carrying appendix style rolling special. We're gonna tell you what the fuck we doing. She just that's all she knew was a Glock. I'd have been more apt to believe if she named some fucking obscure ass brand. That's funny. This Brandy got her ass. Yeah, she got her ass kicked in Wyoming because she's a part. Bracken said she got a high point. She got a yeet cannon. Like I said earlier today, Kamala wants to be a part of the deep state so fucking bad, and she is failing her fucking audition. Failing her audition.
To stand again behind the seal of the President of the United States? No one. Standing behind the seal of the President of the United States of America should be in that position saying they want to terminate the Constitution of the United States.
Again, he never said that. Never said that. But see, the thing is, right? The layman will never go fact check this shit. They're just going to run with that. Trump said he wanted to terminate the Constitution. All right, show me where the fuck he said it at. And they can't. It's because they heard her dumb ass say it. George W. said it. If you say some shit enough times, people are bound to believe it. You just got to keep saying this shit over and over and over and over and over again. And people are bound to believe it. People are bound to believe it. And that's what they try to do. That's what they try to do.
United States.
Guess that was it. I would love to see more, but the sad part is that CNN is fucking trying to trickle that shit out. They don't even got it in there live anymore, and they won't let me watch it on YouTube TV live until midnight. Here we go, your boy. What's his name? Van Jones. He gets to be lawless. She has to be flawless. Shut the fuck. He probably cried. He probably fucking cried. You know how he is. Oh man, this shit is fucking hilarious to me. Can you imagine you go to a law firm and need a lawyer and Kamala walks in and starts talking? You know your ass is going to jail. Hey yo. Oh man, enough of that bitch. I really hope nobody in this chat is voting for her. I swear, I hope not. Oh man. Speaking of that, y'all seen my last few streams, my lives when I'm in my car? All the Kamala bots came in. I ain't mind it because it boosts me in the algorithm. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Anyway, let's keep it moving. So check it out. You know it's crazy when Dr. Umar call your ass out, right? Dr. Umar done called her ass all the way out.
But I got invited to do the interview with her. They wanted to pay me $15K for Kamala Harris a couple months ago. So remember, some people were saying, well, did he make that up? I didn't make it up. They texted me and said we wanted to pay. And they was after me for a while. And I said, listen, it got to be live. They wanted an interview, but I wanted it live. You're not going to pre-record it and splice it because I know how y'all crackers move. So I said, live interview, straight to the people. I don't want your money. I ain't for sale. I think they wanted to test to see if I was a money-hungry Negro. And I said, nah, let's do it. And they never called me back because they wasn't going to let her answer my questions live because she wouldn't have any answers. And I'm going to tell you this. This is what black people are not paying attention to. If Kamala Harris wins, we really going to catch hell. You know why? She going to make us pay for everybody who exposed the fact that she was never black. Do you feel me? She has a grudge and an axe to grind. Black people ain't getting shit if Kamala Harris get elected. You weren't going to get it anyway. Stay with me. Yeah. But it was a neutral neglect. You feel me? That would have been a benign. Thank you. It would have been a benign neglect. Now it's a spiteful neglect. I'm going to get you ninjas back for exposing the fact that I was never black. Black people ain't going to get nothing.
Man. Facts. Pay King Randall back then. Exactly. What he did to King Randall ain't right. But he ain't lying though, Chris B, like you said. It's a benign neglect. She know what it is. And we talked about this a few weeks ago about benign neglect. You can't promise black people shit in particular. You gotta say people of color. That's where the people of color shit came from, because you can't promise black people shit. They came on the back of fucking LBJ. Them niggas is getting uppity, and that's a problem. Give them enough to make them happy, but not enough to make a difference. They can't have y'all niggas getting uppity again. So they gotta say people of color and give you a bunch of fucking acronyms and all this other shit, because they can't promise black people shit directly. You heard her say it. I'm not going to do nothing for black people specifically. Why not? You did shit for everybody else and every other demographic. You doing the most for the fucking illegals. You hoping that they go out and they vote. Giving places like Virginia fucking hell for trying to correct their voter rolls and take illegal citizens off the voter rolls. Trying to take deceased people off the voter rolls. How the fuck you died in 1970 and you voted in 2024? How was you born in 1900 and voted in 2024? That's what they want. They want order through chaos. And in order for them to have their great reset to build back better, you got to crash the system. That is wild. She does a mean Harlem Shake, huh? It's exactly the LBJ treatment, bro. Yeah. Yeah. It's just wild to me that they're able to fucking keep using these same plays over and over again. And nobody fucking catches it. Or they're being willfully ignorant. That's the problem for me. Right? Now, this is what I was asking Jonah to look at. I gotta look it up myself. Robert F. Kennedy, let's click on that. Shout out to my man Rudy the Vet Russo, who added me and just said, I told you about this last week. Ron Paul, Jimmy Dior, yeah, he adding all of us. And now Kennedy's talking about it. Here it is. Let's see what he was talking about.
Out. Let's listen.
So yesterday we learned that Donald Trump's former chief of staff, John Kelly, a retired four-star...
Oh, wait. Oh, we really have... They really had a press conference about this shit. Is this right? They really had a press conference about this?
Out. Let's listen.
So yesterday we learned that Donald Trump's former chief of staff, John Kelly, a retired four-star general, confirmed that while Donald Trump was president, he said he wanted generals like Adolf Hitler had. Donald Trump said that because he does not want a military that is loyal to the United States Constitution. He wants a military that is loyal to him.
So, see, this is my problem with shit like this, right? It's hearsay. Her saying it because he said it, that's fucking secondhand information. He's been in these meetings. There was no minutes taken. There was no recording happening in those meetings. That's what they want us to believe? General Kelly came out and said this shit. Why? Where's General Kelly? Where is he? Was he at this press conference? All I see is Kamala Harris. Where's General Kelly to come out and say that shit? Like I said, show me the nigga tape. Show me the Hitler tape. Show me. Let me hear it. They can say shit like this because there's no way of checking. Trust me, he said it to us. Where is it at? Why ain't Kelly taking his fucking rounds around the media talking about it? See, this is shit that people don't ask. Somebody got to answer that question for me. Like, I gotta, like really though, like, why are we having a press conference about some hearsay? Why is this breaking news that somebody said that they heard that somebody said that they heard something that somebody said? It sounds like the shithole country's comment where, oh, somebody has said that they heard that he has said it in the meeting though. Are we kidding here? Are we fucking kidding? Are we kidding? Exactly. Thank you, Jamerson. That's true. And if something was to happen, let's just say something bad was to happen to Donnie T. Who's responsible? Who should be held accountable? Straight up, Torian. It's some straight shade room shit. the fuck is where's Kelly? Why ain't Kelly out there with her, standing right there next to her? Huh? Why ain't he out there standing right there next to her? So then you got Robert Kennedy saying, this is kind of inflammatory poison that divides our nation and inspires assassins. It's particularly ironic since Biden and Harris have just pushed through DOD Directive 5240.01, giving the Pentagon power for the first time in history to use lethal force against Americans on U.S. soil. Who protest government policies. That sound like some fucking CCP shit. That sounds like some North Korea shit. If you want to understand a politician, the words from her mouth have little relevance. Look at her feet. DOD Directive 5204.01. Let's look that shit up. Center for an Informed Public. Let's see what it says. Let's go with this one. Just skimming through it real quick, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all skim it with me. Let me go full screen so y'all can look through it with me. Shit. Sorry, let's look at the chat real quick. Just trying to skim through this real quick. This might have to be a read that I'll run through and prepare for tomorrow night. Yeah, I need to skim through this. So we're gonna talk about this. Hey Jonah, be ready to come on tomorrow, yo. We're gonna talk about this, yo. We're gonna talk about this. See, I gotta read it myself. Because Robert F. Kennedy ain't the first person I heard about talk about 5240. I think me and Jonah had went over it, but I'm not sure. So Jonah, yo, be ready to come talk about this briefly. We're going to do a 10-minute talk on this Directive 5240. But according to Robert F. Kennedy, this shit saying is giving the Pentagon the power for the first time in history to use lethal force to kill Americans on U.S. soil. Who protest government policies. Let me see something real quick. Hold tight. What up, Jack Reef? Anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share this stream. Let people know we live. You catching the replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. Hold on. All right, hold tight real quick. All right, so this is the part that they're talking about. Let's go here real quick. Sorry. All right, so it's supposed to be right here in 303. Let's read 303 real quick. Defense intelligence components. Let's go like this. Defense intelligence components may provide to assist the federal department or agency, including the federal law enforcement agency or state or a state or local law enforcement agency when lives are in danger in response to a request for such assistance in accordance with the following approval authorities. The Secretary of Defense may approve any type of requested permissible assistance described in paragraph 3.2. The decision to approve requests for these types of permissible assistance described in paragraph 3.2 to law enforcement agencies and other civil authorities are reserved to the Secretary of Defense. provision of personnel to support response efforts for civil disturbances. Okay. Provision of personnel to support response efforts for civil disturbances, which may also require presidential authorization. DOD responds to chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, and high yield explosive incidents. All right, so these are what this section may authorize. Let's look at this. C, assistance in responding with assets with potential for lethality or any situation in which it is reasonably feasible that providing the requested assistance may involve in the use of force that is likely to result in use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or serious bodily injury. So let's go back to this 2A, right? 2A, Second Amendment. 2A, provision of personnel to support response efforts for civil disturbances. And then if you jump down to C, assistance in responding with assets for potential for lethality or any situation in which it is reasonably feasible that providing the requested assistance may involve in the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or bodily injury. So if you have a civil disturbance, they are authorized to fucking terminate you with extreme prejudice. Holy shit. Am I reading that right? It also includes all support the civil law enforcement officials in situations where a confrontation between civilian law enforcement and civilian individuals or groups is reasonably anticipated. Such use of force must be in accordance with DOD 5210.56, potentially as further restricted based on the specifics of the requested support. So he was right. He's right. Good observation, Jamerson. It's like they took January 6th seriously. He's right. Y'all want to talk about qualified immunity? You want to talk about qualified immunity? Go look at this shit. I'm studying. I gotta make sure I get it right, yo. Sounds like The Purge. That's wild. Civil disturbances may be ended with lethal force. Oh, he's serious? And y'all worried about Donald Trump and qualified immunity? Y'all worried about Donald Trump and qualified immunity? Wow. That's crazy. So they like you said, they took January 6th. January 6th was the jumping off point. January 6th is their reason for this shit. You know what it sound like? They intend on stealing this shit. And anybody who fucking contest it, who goes and protests that shit, you getting shot. Do you think we're gonna see? I don't know, yo. We might see some kind of inkling of it, but I don't think it's gonna be as prevalent as it was. Anyway, if you're over on Kick, y'all, become a subscriber. Gift a sub and somebody that gift you a sub right back. I don't know why Kick taking so long to give me a sub button so you can sub for yourself. But gift a sub and somebody that gift you a sub right back, guys. Every little bit goes into the channel. You want to donate to the channel, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, always welcome, guys. Oh man, this is crazy. They really said we gonna take this shit, and if y'all buck the system, you better get the fuck down or lay down. Rudy says, welcome to 2025. You're now living under martial law. And you think General DEI white rage Millie won't pop you in the forehead. Facts. We gonna go ahead and fucking just take this shit. We gonna fucking strong arm this shit from you. Anybody that got a fucking problem, come see me in my fucking M4. That's what it sound like. Meanwhile, they over there calling Donnie T. Hitler. They over there calling Donnie T. Hitler. And they got a fucking contingency plan in place should they fucking do what they did in 2020. Should they fortify this one? Should the shadow campaign try to save the 2024 election? Bruh. This is crazy. This shit is diabolical. This shit is dastardly. That's wild. Provisions of personnel to support response efforts for civilian disturbances, which may also require presidential authorization. You jump down to subsection C, assistance in responding with assets with potential for lethality, or any situation in which it is reasonably foreseeable that providing the requested assistance may involve the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or serious bodily injury. They want to Ashley Babbitt your ass. Those meddling feds. That's fucking diabolical. And that extends to civilian law enforcement. Not just the military, civilian law enforcement. They're deputizing the fucking the civilian law enforcement. Bro, straight up. Up there with FEMA camp, with fucking Walmart FEMA camps, right? We already at war, Neon. We already there. This is some wild and crazy shit. Boy, oh boy, what a time to be alive. Oh, shit. You know what they afraid of, right? You know what they're afraid of? Motherfuckers waking up. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Le'Veon Bell even fucking jumped on the Trump train.
If I told y'all, hey, the last 2 days ain't been insane, ain't been the craziest 2 days of my life, I would be lying. Not only the rally was crazy. I done fought, I done played big football games, playoff games, regular season, Super Bowls. I've never had a feeling like I had 2 days ago at that rally when I was behind that mic in front of America. Like in front of like maybe more than just America, bro. I was in front of like millions of people, bro. And let me tell you how real Trump is. Because one, I didn't know I was gonna get caught up on the stage. I did not know that. I knew AB was gonna do his speech. I knew I was gonna go on stage with AB because AB was like, yeah, you coming on stage with me, boom. And shout out to AB for that, because AB a real one for that. See, hey, bring me on stage with you. When Trump went up there and talked, bro, I had no idea. No.
For those of you who don't know, you talking about Antonio Brown. That's what you talking about. That's AB.
Zero clue that he's gonna call me on stage, right? Not only do he call me on stage, shake my hand, you know what I'm saying? He talked to me a little bit, but I'm just thinking like, oh, that's gonna be it. I'm cool with that. Got my little photo op, I'm cool. All right, boom, flick it up with Trump, shook his hand, I'm cool. Bro, he like literally looked me right in my face and he just backed up and he was like, you got anything to say? You can say it. Like, bro, he holds his arm out like this, bro. Basically saying like, yeah, the mic yours, bro. Hey, y'all, I got so nervous, bro. I got shook. I seen the mic wide open. I'm like, damn, but it's my opportunity. I'm like, shit, I can say whatever I want on this stage, but it's like, I didn't want to embarrass myself or say nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't about to not say nothing, so I got on there and said whatever. I think I said go Trump or vote for Trump or something. But I was wish like I wasn't so nervous. But basically what I'm trying to say is, bro, Trump a real one, bro. He a real one. Like, he ain't tell me like that he gonna let me say anything or nothing. He ain't tell me he gonna call me up, bro. He just did that, bro. Off the love. I get it. He might, you know what I'm saying, want to win the election, whatever. But I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, he didn't have to do that. Like, I could have went up there and just really, I could have messed up everything. I could have went on the stage, bro, got on that mic and messed up everything. That's why y'all don't understand that Trump is a real one, bro. Sunday come, we got the tailgate. The tailgate was crazy. The Steel fans came out. We had basically like another little mini rally, whatever, but bro, it was crazy. The fans were amazing. It was hot, but AB came out. Hey, we had a blast, bro. The tailgate was crazy. After the tailgate, we go to the airport, to like a little private little airport thing. Now we with the little Secret Service, little agent people, because we about to link with Trump, because now we going to the game with Trump. I want y'all to, bro, wrap your mind around this. Le'Veon Bell, me, myself. But I done played with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I done played with the New York Jets. I am about to watch this football game, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets play. And I'm about to watch this game with Donald Trump. I'm about to ride with him to the game. Secret Service. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't think y'all really processing what I'm trying to say. Then we get to the game. Oh, I can't tip this part. So the airport, like if you just a normal ride to the airport, from the airport to the stadium, it's gonna take you 50 minutes, 55 minutes. But when you ride presidential, bro, we got there in 8.5 minutes. 8.5 minutes. They had all the exits blocked off. Literally, when we was driving, there was no cars on the road. I'm like literally watching this, like, bro, this is crazy. It was literally like out of a movie. I would not believe this. From the plane to the car, it was moving so fast, like the little soldiers, bro. I wish y'all could have seen them with their guns. Posted a video. I know y'all seen Call of Duty. It's how they roll 24/7 and be quick, militant, everything moving fast, super fast. I was low-key feeling slow because I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I'm just like looking around, just next thing you know, I see the security agent all the way up there. So I'm like trying to film everything. So I look down, I pull up Snapchat. Next thing you know, they all the way up there. I'm like, oh damn, I'm about to get left. But we get to the game, 8.5 minutes. We get up to the suite, bro, and I'm watching the game with Donald J. Trump. Now, in there, I wish I could have more footage for y'all. I couldn't be on my phone, be all in his face. Like, we ain't cool like that yet. But we gonna get there. But now I'm watching the game. Donald J. Trump is like literally in the next suite. And I'm watching the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers play with the president. But y'all not hearing me, bro. Where I came from, ain't nobody where I came from doing that. You get what I'm trying to say? Y'all not even.
Yo. You heard it from Le'Veon Bell himself. Trump a real one. That's what he said. You think the Democrats wasn't that shit getting out to the masses? Huh? Y'all want that? Le'Veon Bell, I'm just gonna let you know something, brother. All right, what you said was awesome. I'm happy you had a fantastic experience, bro. Watch out for the fucking allegations, bro. Watch out for the allegations. I'm just gonna put that there out there. Watch out. You said some shit they don't agree with. Watch out for the allegations. Just gonna say that. Or injuries. I'm just saying. Come on, guys. You know how they roll. You know how they roll. You know how they roll, yo. Bruh. Shit about to get real spicy. I want y'all to understand that. Shit about to get real spicy. We are less than 2 weeks away. We are less than 2 weeks away. Less than 2 weeks away from the presidential election. What's this?
Thank you. You've been watching CNN's Town.
They said two people clapped after her town hall. They literally had all of like 20 people in that town hall. That is funny. Damn. What's this? It's the same shit. They keep showing the same shit. Nothing special. Let's see.
Stupid, useless, and a medieval.
We just covered that. Just trying to see if there's anything else that we ain't covered yet, y'all. Oh, so Friday, Trump's going on Rogan's podcast. Trump's going to be on the Joe Rogan Experience. And the left is going crazy. They even starting to smear fucking articles. Trump canceled all his events in favor of one of the worst people ever. Now all of a sudden, Joe Rogan is one of the worst people ever. Trump can't. You can't make this shit up. They are trying everything. They're throwing all the Hail Marys. They out this bitch like Iran, just launching rockets, hoping one get through the fucking Iron Dome. They launching all the rockets, hoping one of these motherfuckers slip through the cracks. That's what they're doing. Now all of a sudden, Joe Rogan's one of the worst people ever. Donald Trump will be sitting down with Joe Rogan. He canceled all his events to sit down with Joe Rogan. I think that shit's gonna be epic. I thought the Flagrant podcast was epic with Trump because Trump was super comfortable and natural around him and he was flowing. All Trump needed to do was go on Rogan and smoke some weed real quick. He got the fucking shit on lock. Let me stop. Trump said he don't smoke or drink. He said because he lost his brother that way. That's respect. That's respect. But I want y'all to understand something. The fact that Kamala Harris refused to go on Joe Rogan because she would have been way more exposed than she was on Fox News or this fucking CNN town hall. That would be, could you imagine that shit? See, the thing is, the CNN town hall and the Fox News interview, they was like 30 minutes, right? It was like fucking 30 minutes long, right? Joe Rogan podcast be like 2 fucking hours, 3 hours. She couldn't do it. She ain't got it in her. She ain't got it in her. Rogan ain't gonna go for that. I was raised in a single parent household. He don't give a fuck about that. He gonna press her on some passive aggressive shit and she gonna fold. They can't let her talk anymore. Tonight was a mistake. They probably watched tonight and was like, yep. No. Just don't let her do anything else until the fucking November. Don't let her do nothing else. Barack Obama, fucking, he on tour for right now. I know he ain't expect to have to do that shit. She got heckled in Detroit, and he had to go back and help her save face. That's what I'm saying. It's political suicide. It's career suicide to let her go on to Rogan. Not because Rogan's the worst person ever. It's because she's not fucking quick enough to be on Rogan. She doesn't think fast enough to be on Rogan. She is not likable enough to be on Rogan and actually garner more support. Go give me a call, Rudy. You got it. You got the number, yo. Call up. But this shit, you can't make this shit up. Now all of a sudden Rogan is the worst person ever because he's bringing Donald Trump onto his platform. Just like how Donald Trump was out there fucking flipping burgers and fries and shit, right? He out there fucking shaking fries, and flipping burgers, fucking selling Big Macs and quarter pounders with cheese with fucking Diet Cokes. He went out there and pulled that shit on Saturday. Fucking Monday, McDonald's got an E. coli outbreak. What? Yo, Rudy, what's up?
Cannon.
What's up, bro?
What's good, brother? I think you got it. I think you're right, but you're wrong, brother. You're right, but you're wrong.
What you got?
I think it's going to happen. So, a couple months ago, that dude, Jamie Raskin up there in Maryland, Tim Pool played this clip where he's talking about, you remember that clip?
Yeah.
He's talking about not letting him in.
Yeah.
I think that DOD directive this is going to be too big to rig, right? The people are going to actually overwhelm the system, right?
Yep.
And what this DOD directive's about is that they're going to deny this motherfucker the presidency. They're going to deny him the presidency when he wins, man. It's going to be too big to rig, man. They put up a fucking lackluster fucking war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're going. Congress and the Dems are going to buck. They're going to be like, nope, he can't go in. And that's why they're putting out that DOD directive. Not like they're going to cheat and people are going to bitch and moan talking about.
They're not going
like
to certify the election.
Boom. Ooh, and they're going to fucking release the drones in the house, bro. Preemptive programs, dude. Nope. We're going to say no, and you people better shut the fuck up, get down or lay down. In general fucking white rage, Mark Milley. Because think about from 08 to 2016, how many fucking conservative and liberty-minded generals Obama purged from the United States military. And I work with these boys every day. The DEI training is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm towing their cars in and out. They're telling me about all the trannies and the bullshit that they got. I just casually bring it up to every sailor I have on that in my car. Every sailor, every Marine, it's real. It's all going on. They all talk about it. They all bitch about it. And this is what it's about, bro. Because it's just going to be too big to rig. And they're going to put that boot down. And that DOD directive, and they're going to put that boot down when people are like, yo, you better certify the election. And that's what this is all about, man. That's just my opinion.
Bruh.
Just chiming in from the woods. So, I don't know. What do you think?
Bruh. That would be worse than no election at all.
I mean, it's going to happen, man.
Can you imagine what the fuck's going to happen if they don't certify that election if he wins?
Oh, they're not going to, bro.
No, I'm saying, just imagine the fucking keg, the dynamite that's just going to explode.
Yeah,
that's the straw that would have broke the camel's back.
Why do you think they're set? Why do you think they put that directive out there, dude?
Bro.
They don't want Kennedy. They don't want. Look, it's not a. Listen, let's X the fucking heads of both campaigns and get them out of the way. Let's go down the fucking pipeline, right?
Yeah.
They don't want Bobby Kennedy nowhere near power.
Oh,
they don't want Tulsi Gabbard nowhere near power. They don't want Vivek Ramaswamy, Kash Patel, J.D. Vance. And I'm still on the fence with Vance, man, although he says some slick shit, man. He's pretty fucking sharp speaker and shit, but they don't want them people near power. Yeah, they don't want no. But they want to keep the fucking Susan Rices. They want to keep the fucking, Javier Becerras. The whole fucking Obama crew is running the Biden crew.
Yes.
They want to keep their crew in. And they got the power. They got control of the military right now, and that's why that DOD directive thing is coming down the pipeline. Because this motherfucker's gonna win. It's gonna be too big to rig, and they're gonna fucking you fucking idiots voted the wrong way, and we're not gonna have it. And that's what that's all about.
They gonna say
that's what that's all about.
They gonna say fuck the illusion. This shit ain't happening.
Yeah, they're ripping the mask. That's it. That's fact, Cannon. They're going to rip that mask off and be like, we've been giving y'all selections for fucking, the last 80 years, man. You motherfuckers don't get to pick for real, man. Sit and then it's get down and lay down, motherfucker. It's gulags. Just playing chess with the Hoteps or standing 10 toes down because they're going to release the drones and release the hounds.
Like, just imagine that, y'all.
I mean,
it's Super Tuesday, 11:59 a.m. Not even 11:59. They might call it early, Rudy. 10 o'clock p.m. Trump wins by a landslide. Bruh.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
You see, but you are all right. So Arizona come out yesterday and said we're going to need about 10 to 15 days.
Yes.
So they're already starting.
And they weren't the only ones that said it.
Right, yeah. Michigan and Wisconsin both popped off with it too. Pennsylvania, they're just,
yeah.
That Josh Shapiro, he's a fucking piece of shit, dude. Everybody knows he's a piece of shit, man.
And I said it earlier today. Because somebody in my chat, I had all them bots in my chat earlier, and it was like, or whatever you want to call them, simps. they was in there talking about, well, that's just how it works. So like, we're not talking about the fact that it might take an extra day or two for a recount or to count up, to get vote. It's the fact that they're telling us ahead of time that they about to try some fuck shit.
Dude, think about it like this, man. Your whole entire fucking lives, man. We're all in our 30s, 40s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there might be some younger cats in here. We're all in our 30s and 40s. Never in the fucking ever in the history of the fucking bullshit has 2020 popped off where you had to wait a month to find out who the president was.
Exactly.
It was always the next fucking day, dude.
Exactly.
It was always that night or the next day.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, it's just the way it is. It's just, nah, motherfucker, you made it this way, man.
Yeah.
But I still got a feeling, with the fuckery, dude, I think the repube has got enough people with their eyes on it to call out the fuckery as it comes, man.
Yeah.
That this thing's going to be too big to rig, and they're going to be like, yeah, no, you guys voted the wrong way. You're fucking done.
Especially now that you got Republicans coming out with their early voting more than they usually do.
Yeah, and they're you got to look at it. The 30,000 foot view day out registered the Dems nationwide like
Facts.
2-1.
Facts. Shout out.
They're
Scott
running
Presler.
up. They're running up the fucking boards right now.
Mm-hmm.
In the early voting, they're coming up strong as shit, and then they're still gonna fucking overwhelm it on voting day, dude.
And the left is panicked. They're fucking panicked.
They're fucked. I mean, they ran dick in the country for 4 years, man. I mean, it's time to go. It's time to go. And the people, look at you. You think Le'Veon Bell? I mean,
right.
The only people coming out saying vote for Kamala in Hollywood now are the ones on the Diddy tapes. It's fact. It's fact. Man. The ones who are on the Diddy tapes. Look at Usher was sitting on The View, national television, The View, talking about, well, people can vote for who they want to vote for. Diddy shit drops. Fucking here he is at a Kamala rally in Georgia.
That's right. That's right.
Within months. Somebody, old Paulie Rosenberg called up and was like, yeah, they're going to fucking put out the tapes if you don't fucking go out there and stroke Obama's cock. And he did. And he did it. They're going to put out the tape, man. They're going to put out the tape, man. That's all I got for you, brother, man. Hotep and Bill, keep your head on a swivel, big homie.
Hotep and Bill, bro. Rudy on the check-in. That's a hell of a take, Rudy. That's a hell of a take. They're just not going to certify the election. And why wouldn't, I wouldn't put it past them. They just put her as the nominee. They didn't even vote for her. They did the same thing with Hillary and Bernie. Now, the Bidens aren't behind her. They never were. They never liked her. Bruh, they don't certify that election, it's going to get fucking nasty. It's going to get nasty. Y'all wanted the white man to take back America. Let them not certify that fucking election. See what happened. Bro, you going to see some shit that you never seen before. That movie Civil War is going to turn into a prophecy. I hope for the sake of America that shit don't happen. But it's likely. It is fucking likely for that shit to go down that way. That's a hell of a kufi on tight take, Rudy. Now you got me thinking about that shit. And to all the Kamala supporters out there, if Donnie T wins and they don't certify the election, what you gonna do? Will that change your mind on the fucking election process? Will that change your mind on the Democratic plantation? Will that show you who the real tyrants and dictators are? They can even preclude the what is that? Election with the bruh. That is true. Resurrection. Has anybody seen Tim in the last few weeks? Wasn't he just on like the Daily Show or some shit like that? Bruh. Shit gonna get spicy, yo. Shit gonna get real spicy. You got Republicans showing up for early voting in record numbers, making sure that the Democrats don't pull no fuck shit. The Walz-Harris campaign is in death throes. Donnie T has now assumed the lead in the polls. Not only in the polls, but in Vegas. You gonna take to the streets in the Bay? We gonna see some fucking dystopian shit. And all I can tell you guys to do is just be fucking prepared. Be prepared. Food, water, first aid, batteries, some kind of candles or heat or lights. Something to protect your neck. Okay? Something to protect your neck. If shit get wild and crazy. Damn, Jonah. Just be prepared. I don't care who you are, whether you're a Kamala supporter or you're a Trump supporter. Be prepared for what's going to come if they don't certify that election if Trump wins. Be prepared for that. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, get your iodine, wear your lead sunscreen, and kiss your cheeks goodbye. I'm too close. Me and Emmanuel both too close to fucking DC for this shit. You had to give Emmanuel a fucking microphone. You had to go out in the streets, Emmanuel, get some interviews. Damn. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream. Let people know we live. You catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. We can use that constructive criticism over here. The question of the night is Kamala Harris' campaign over? Is it in the tank? Is it in its death throes? Let me know in the comments. Anyway. Torian said, I'm too close to DC, but won't be anywhere near November 5th. I hear that, Torian. Torian said, I'm fucking out of here. Call you the Black Tim Pool. I'll come down there, y'all. I'll come down there. Me and you, we hit the streets. Straight up. I'll come down to Crystal City or wherever the fuck you live at. That shit crazy. Anyway, guys, until next time, it's Ken and Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of his own. Worry about today. I'll holla at y'all. Uh-oh, hold on, we got another call real quick. Who this is? Welcome to Cannon Speaks. Who we talking to?
Jack Reeves, Wizard Dragon. How you doing, Cannon?
What's going on, Jack?
I'm just sitting by the fire, drinking a beer, smoking a cigarette, listening to the show, man. Great show as always.
No problem, no problem. You just caught me just in time.
Just in time for what, man?
for the sign off.
Oh no, we can't do that, bro. Like, listen, I just sent you an amazing song. It's about the Democrat Party. And I wrote it especially for Kamala Harris. So you gotta play this. You gotta play this song before we sign off on tonight's show.
You send it to my email.
I sent it to. I emailed it twice, and I was there this morning, and homeboy was like, "Fuck it, yeah, Kamala's gonna win," and like I deleted a couple of his comments. I was like, dude, are you serious? And then like homeboy kicked him off the stream. So I was like, cool, man. Like I saw there was a bunch of bots on there this morning, dude. I was up at like 5 a.m. So yeah, I've seen every single stream that you've done all day long.
No, I appreciate it. I've been baiting the Botson and baiting the Simpson with the titles, which is really crazy. It was just an experiment. That shit fucking was very successful. If you want to call it successful.
Man. No. I people need to stop saying no. Yeah, no. But fuck yeah. I mean, no. I agree with you, dude. Like, that was fucking funny. Like, I've never seen that many like bots up in there. I was like, who the fuck are these people? Like, Harris supporters, really, on the Hotep Nation? Like, what, you guys even know where the fuck you are? And of course, they didn't know where the fuck they were and shit. But it was funny. Like, I'm like sitting there drinking my coffee, right? And I'm like, who the fuck are these people, man? Like, and I was just like, what the hell? And then they started dropping like flies, but good for them for coming and experiencing some different content than what they're used to.
Hey, I called them a bunch of useful idiots. That's what they was. They served the purpose, and they served their purpose well.
Yeah, I mean, they're boosting the algorithm. So good on you, bro. I mean,
100%.
Yeah, keep it up, dude. Keep doing it, man. I mean, I'm always following the Hotep streams any chance I get, but yeah, man, great shows all day. Be careful out there streaming when you're driving, in the rain and shit, man. You guys got some brutal weather and stuff, and make sure that you tell Joe Biden that I said he needs to fix that bridge like sooner than later.
He talking 2028. That traffic is brutal.
Oh, dude, did you hear? Oh, fuck, real quick. So it took him like less than 2 years to build the Eiffel Tower or some crazy shit. Really? And it took him like over 2 years to build like a bathroom in California, like last year. Like I like just like a bathroom facility at a park and shit. It took him like over 2 years to build a goddamn like. So, anyways, if you are a Kamala Harris supporter, I just want you to know what I just said was actual factual information. And I'm a drunk guy that fucking busted his ass. I got one of those so-called black jobs and shit. If you can't tell the tone of my voice, I'm fucking white and shit, But yeah, vote for Kamala, dude, because I just can't wait for shit to get harder for me. But anyways, I sent you a song, and fuck, man, I love the Hotep community. You guys are such great fucking people, man. Rudy, I'm glad you're fucking back on Kick, or actually on Kick, man. Yeah. We missed you, bro. Yeah, totally, man. But anyways, I'm going to let you continue at the end of the show and play this last song. I specifically wrote this song for Kamala Harris. So I hope you all enjoy. And I will be sending you guys more great musical content from yours truly, Jack Reeves. That's my stage name. But anyways, fuck, dude. Let's close this off. I'm gonna crack open the beer, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
All right, guys. With that being said, we gonna go ahead and go to Jack. We gonna play a little bit of Jack Reeves' new song. I'm going to just let y'all know the views and opinions by Jack Reeves Hotep in his song do not represent the views of Hotep Nation, YouTube, or Candace Speaks. Viewer discretion is advised. Like my man Dave Chappelle say, hopefully that bought me some time. With that being said, yeah. What's it called? We're going to give you a parental advisory on this, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, guys, until next time, it's Ken and Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. And don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. I'm going to leave you with this.
Now is the time for you to fucking realize all you fucking Democrats are shit, human fucking beings. You all fucking white back to front, rubbing shit in your cunt, cause you're all fucking retarded. You want to vote for a woman to be the leader of the free world? You're a fucking faggot. Your bitch cut your balls off and put them in her purse. Or you're a fucking beta male, scumbag, little fucking loser. Your uncle probably abused your fucking asshole, you bitch. see. Fucking all you fucking scumbags out of my country. And this is why I fuck bitches in the ass. All you fucking stupid whores. I ain't buying you no fucking drinks. Come have sex with me on the fucking garage floor at my mom's house, you fucking worthless cunt. I'm not spending a fucking dollar on your fucking worthless ass or feeding your kids.
So relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take